Hello there everybody and welcome to what will hopefully become a series of videos. This is number 1. I noticed a lot of people are having problems hunting legendary animals, so I've done this guide. I do have them all, I will link that in the description down below. Let's get started. So recently, I've been uploading a lot of Red Dead Online content, including like legendary animal spawns and my full garment set that I showcased a few videos ago. Basically, I've been getting a lot of questions from people as to how I hunt the legendary animals and whatnot. So I have compiled a list of common questions and very good questions, I'll add. And today I'm going to be answering them using a combination of verifiable sources and my own experiences. So I hope you enjoy the video. First up then, I'll start with my key tips. First of all, in public sessions, the spawn rates for legendaries are absolutely dismal and terrible, the spawn rates. So what I'd highly recommend you do is join my Discord server I've set up. It's getting very popular in there at the minute. It's dedicated to finding and joining private sessions across all platforms. Great community in there. I hope you join. That will be linked in the description down below. There's friends in there that are agreeing if they find this legendary, they'll tell them and invite them into sessions and vice versa. We're making good progress in there. It's really, really good. Okay, another good tip from me before we get into the questions section is don't aim for a specific animal. Unless you really, really want it, travel the map between different spawn points, pin them on your map using the Jeanropke guide. I will post that as well in the description down below. Just keep moving between them, stay in there, you know, every 2 minutes or so that you're in the area, just leave, go to the next spawn point. They're completely, almost impossible to guarantee where and when they're going to spawn. Okay, let's get on to the questions section of the video. So one of the first ones I get asked is there a session cooldown? Now, when we say session cooldown, we mean if somebody hunts a legendary in the session you're in, is there a cooldown before another one will spawn? And I can answer that question categorically right now and say, no, there is absolutely no session cooldown that I know of. I've been in numerous sessions in the Discord where there has been a legendary caught, somebody says I've just got so and so, we're all in the same session, and then within 1 minute somebody says I've just got so and so. Also, there was a time when I was hunting a Winyan bison with a posse. There was another posse in the chat with us who said we've just got a moon beaver. That was happening at the same time we had the bison. So there can be 2 legendaries on the map at once, so that eliminates any question of whether there's a session cooldown. Okay, on to the next question then. Next question is, do animals have a cooldown? And when we say this, I mean if you've hunted an animal, then will it respawn again? That is a sort of awkward question. It will spawn again for other people, but from the official Red Dead Discord and my own Discord server, and me basically trawling the map for days at a time looking for the same legendary. Apparently there is a 3-day real-time 3-day cooldown on these animals. So if you've recently hunted an animal, even sedated it, took a shot at it, or even encountered it, I wouldn't recommend actually trying to get it again. Not for at least 3 days, 3 real-world days. Okay, so next up for questions then is there a player cooldown? Now, this is kind of a 2-part answer. For a specific animal, yes, there is. So if you went to hunt the same animal, say within 3 game days, yes, there would be that supposed 3-day cooldown. But within the session, if you hunt an animal, then say within 5 minutes you try and hunt another one on your own, apparently there is either a 30 or 48 minute cooldown. No one can really agree on this, but you can hunt again after that time period. So I'd say be safe at around 30 minutes, but if you've just caught a legendary animal on your own, give it an hour, do something else, and then try and look for another one, okay? Okay, another great question I got from my Discord, that is, can the same legendary be hunted multiple times in the same session? I can answer that categorically yes. We did have a session on the go for nearly 30 hours, a solo session. We kept it going for. Within that session, we had 4 marble foxes pulled out of that session. There's been another session where we've had 3 Tatanka bison as well in the same session. Guaranteed, I can confirm that 100%. And there's been numerous other, multiples out of these sessions. They're just the notable examples. Okay then, so next question then is, do legendaries spawn while in missions? Now, kind of a 2-part answer again. If you're in a dedicated mission where, say, you get dragged out of a lobby to do the mission, as far as I know, I've not heard any accounts of anybody saying they found a legendary in one of them missions. However, if you're in a free roam event, say for example a long range delivery, short range delivery, or any other kind of random free roam mission, moonshine deliveries, things like that, possibly even bounty hunter, yes, legendaries will spawn. I've been on deliveries and people have caught legendaries. Yes, that is 100% confirmed from me. Next question then is, are the new legendaries being added limited time, i.e. the Sun Gator, Tika Gator and the new Coyotes? Now the answer to that is the new animals being added are not limited time. Once they're added to the map. The only thing that's limited time is in the first week. Generally there's some kind of bonus for capturing these things within the first week. Initially I was under the impression that there was in for a week and then it had switched to another 2 and they'd be on some kind of weekly cycle. They're not. Recently in sessions I've been in, people have been getting Sun Gators and Tika Gators since the Coyotes have been added. So just note that you can still get the alligators and the Coyotes once the new ones come out. If that changes, I will do a future video on that. Okay. Another great question then is, will animals spawn outside of the times or weather that are listed? I can answer that 100%. Yes, they will. I've had Sun Gators at night, Tika Gators, every single Tika Gator I've had has been daytime sun, and that is listed as nighttime rain or storm. I've had onyx wolves in the day. I've had pretty much any animal you can imagine out them legendaries. Between me or the players in the Discord server, we've had them at the times that they're not listed as spawning. So yes, that will work. On to the next question then. Do animals spawn in exact locations? So for example, if you've seen a guide online where somebody's caught it in one place, will it be in that exact location? Or the Jeanropke map, which is linked down below, the God map as it's called. And for the most part, the animals will spawn in them locations. Sometimes you get them, they're a bit more far-flung. For example, the otter fox, which is meant to spawn along the coast of Flatiron Lake, just west of Rhodes, that actually spawned right on the outskirts of Rhodes. It's not actually listed there. So try and stick to the locations where they're meant to spawn, but just note that sometimes they will spawn outside of them areas. Not too far away, but sometimes just a bit outside of there. Okay. Next question then. Will incendiary or explosive rounds ruin the animal? Yes, they will. A lot of people have been asking for that one. Yes, that will definitely ruin the animal. Stick to conventional ammo. No fire rounds, no dynamite rounds, no explosives, nothing like that. You will ruin the pelt. However, you can just riddle that animal full of conventional ammo and you'll never ruin the pelt. Just riddle it full of normal bullets, you'll be fine. Next question then is, if you are in a posse and kill an animal, will the entire posse be affected? Now, this one is quite an odd or difficult to answer question, because I've been in posses before and literally members have left, joined. It's been quite hard to keep track of, but I wouldn't worry too much about being in a posse and hunting an animal. It seems to be the person who got the killing shot or the person who sedated it seems to be the one that then has that player cooldown of around 30 to 48 minutes. Now, please let me know in the comments below if that's wrong, but that is what I seem to have noticed during my observations. Don't worry about hunting animals in posses. Just bear in mind, if somebody kills it in the posse, only one person can get the skin. So just make note of that. You're sometimes better off hunting on your own, okay? Okay, next question is then, can you spawn camp legendaries? So, for example, if you sit on the spawn point of a legendary, will it ever spawn? Right, so can you just stand there and do nothing and just keep your eye on it? As far as I know, I've never managed to find a legendary animal that way. It always seems to be when you're on the move or you've just arrived at an area. Just the same as normal animals. You can be in the middle of an area where there's wolves and bears. If you don't move, they don't spawn. They don't spawn in. And I think that is the case with legendary animals. I think it's a case of you come within a certain proximity of the spawn point, and then some kind of RNG kicks in, some kind of like lottery as such as to whether it'll spawn. I wouldn't spawn camp. I'd keep moving within the zone, and hopefully eventually it'll spawn for you. Okay. Next up then, a very good question. Do the pheromones affect legendary spawns? So for example, if you enter an area and it doesn't give you a notification that a legendary animal's there, if you use the pheromones, will it help them spawn? I can answer that absolutely no, it won't. Also, I read another guide online, I can't remember where it was, but it said if you go into the area of the animal at the certain time that it's listed as spawning, or the right weather, and use the pheromones, it might trigger a spawn. I can also guarantee that won't work. The pheromones literally just show it up on the map for you to find it, and sometimes attract the animal to you. That's all it does. It does not affect legendary spawns one bit. 100% debunked from me. Okay. Next question is then, how much are the legendary garments and how much in total? So right there, that's a very, very good question. I'm not going to come up with an exact answer for this, but the legendary garments cost anywhere from $250 right up to nearly $1,000. And the total for that, I'm assuming, is going to be somewhere in the range of $10,000 to $20,000. So far on the naturalist roll, I've spent nearly $25,000 on things like ammo, the revivers, pheromones, and the garments themselves. So it is an expensive roll if you want the garments. The best thing I can recommend for money is just do long range deliveries. Get in the Discord with us. We're doing long range deliveries on PC all the time. You know, very good in there. Okay. Last question then is, if I sedate the animal, then kill it without sampling, can I skin it? The answer to that is yes. As far as I know, every time I've sedated an animal, say if I do not sample it, then I revive it and kill it, yes, you can skin it. The point that you actually sample the animal removes the ability to skin the animal. So as long as you don't sample it, you can skin it. But if you was going in to kill it, there'd be no reason to sedate it anyway, but I'm just answering the question as it was posed. Now, please remember, if you have any questions for me, please ask them in the comments below, because there will be a part 2 with your very own questions that I will answer using my own observations. Thank you very much, everybody. Big shout out to everybody in the Discord at the minute. What a great community we got going. If you want to join, that's linked in the description down below. Thank you everybody for watching. Please check out my other videos, including the solo session guide and my garment showcase. I will be updating every week as well. As soon as I get both the legendary animals, the new ones every week, I will be posting a video with the locations as soon as possible. So subscribe to me, please. I am loving subscribers at the minute. Great stuff. Thank you all, everybody. Have a nice day, and I'll catch you all in the next video.